My dream one day is to launch a car to market, and I feel like a rally driver every time I get behind it. My followers on Instagram and TikTok will very much know me for my zany personality. I have a proper good belly rub. Hey everybody, so I'm Belinda, basically the brains, the genius, the insanity behind Belinda Automotive. So I thought I'd just do a little bit of an intro to me. A lot of my followers on Instagram and TikTok will very much know me for my zany personality, but also the way that I try and make car content and car communities feel more inclusive, accessible, all while being my authentic self. So literally with me, what you see is what you get. Thought I'd intro me with a few facts about me. So I've worked in the automotive industry for almost 8 years now. I have been a product marketer throughout most of that time. So everything from seeing cars go to launch with BMW and Mini, all the way up to what I do now, which is in the world of EV charging. I used to work for like a home charging company. I work in software, which is a really different ballgame and incredibly interesting. So if there's any other people out there who are in the automotive industry, say hello. You know, obviously working in the industry, why do I create car content? Well, car content pretty much runs in my veins. I absolutely love going to car shows. I love seeing new technologies. I love it when brands bring out new cars. I love seeing the launch events that happen. I love exploring even old cars too. I love classics. I literally, you know, give me a car and 9 times out of 10, I like it. As part of my car content and the things I create online, I try to create a non-judgmental space. So whether you have, I don't know, a love for a Peugeot, or perhaps you're a real like all-in car enthusiast, everything I do is catered to everybody basically. So as long as you're welcoming to others, you have a non-judgmental attitude, and you know, you basically respect each other's space, that's what I do with Belinda Automotive. So I have a daily driver as a Yaris. I've had a Toyota for about 10 years and I've had a Yaris for about 8.5 of those years. I had an Igo for a very small period of time. Not so great trying to get up country lanes, I'll be honest, but and steep hills. I currently have a Yaris GR Sport, so not quite the GR Yaris, I can't quite afford that, but it's the GR trim basically on your Yaris, and it's got a little bit of an extra punch. I love it. It gets me from A to B. I live incredibly rural. It navigates the country lanes like it's the absolute boss, and I feel like a rally driver every time I get behind it. So there is that. I've been creating car content for just over a year now, and I basically started because I told myself, why not? You know, for a long time I didn't think I was good enough to do it. I didn't think people would want to hear what I had to say, and a lot of that negative thought and negative emotion really held me back. But then I saw loads of people doing what I wanted to do in the space and being really good at it, so I thought, do you know what, let's just try it. So I've got a lot of love on Instagram, I've got a lot of love on TikTok, a lot of love across LinkedIn. So I really try and make it a space where I can be myself, as well as creating the kind of content that I love and enjoy. Been creating and writing a blog for well over a year too. Across my channels you'll also see my black Labrador Pommy, but she's often involved in the tomfoolery videos, so she's so well trained and she is just a good girl all round. So I can't speak about her and not bring her on camera really. So Pom, who's that? Look at that, there she is. Yeah, she's just really soppy, and she's just a little bit of a tart at times, you know what I mean? Like, she'll have a proper good belly rub. If you could give her a good belly rub and you could get the leg going, that's even better, innit? I purposely kind of wanted to make a YouTube specifically for this, to document my dreams. My dream one day is to launch a car to market. See, I've been inspired by colleagues that I've worked with historically. I've been inspired by some great innovations, some brilliant change, some amazing work that's happened across the industry. And a lot of that time I've just sat there and thought, oh, well, that would be nice if you could do it. And again, that negative mindset really that stopped me from making car content for so long just sort of told me, oh, well, you're not really good enough, you know, just a side note to this is that I used to be a teacher. So I had actually grown up for a good portion of my life thinking that my job in life was to be a teacher. So I took that literally and actually taught at secondary school. And I didn't find it as fulfilling as I wanted it to be. I found it very difficult, very challenging. Like, our teachers in the UK have such a hard job. They've got so much stuff that they have to do, so much pastoral care. And a lot of them just, you know, they have to battle that against like marking papers. But I just basically realised that after having thought I would be a teacher for so long, when I actually left the profession, I for the longest time just thought I was a failure. And I thought I'd really failed everybody. And that obviously mindset held me back. And you can see how that same mindset stopped me from making car content, stopped me from actually thinking about how I could make some great change and innovation within this space. So a few months ago, I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to say my dreams to the universe. I'm just going to manifest them, because what's the harm in saying your dreams out loud? You're going to get people that disagree, and that's on them. They can disagree all they like. You're going to get people that tell you can't do it. And again, that's on them. You know, if they haven't tried it before, their advice is pretty useless, to be honest. It's about as good use as a chocolate teapot, right? It's rubbish. So unless they've done it before, and normally when people have done it before, rather than tell you can't do it, they want to give you some kind of advice. So I actually said to the world that my dream one day is to launch a car to market and to own my own automotive brand. And it's something that I know how much hard work, how much time, how much effort is going to go into this, how much sacrifice I will need to do. And there's so many questions around it. But you know what? Even if it's a 0.1% chance that I'll do it, I'd much rather live trying than regret not trying at all. You know, there's a really interesting, I think it was a palliative care nurse, did some kind of like research about what people on their deathbed were saying. And a lot of them said that they regretted not living their life the way that they wanted to. And this, I know it's a massive dream. I know it's a huge undertaking. It's actually something that if I just don't be honest with myself, whenever I, you know, go, it will be something that I regret not having tried. And I've actually done so much already in the space. So I'm going to create a series of videos just to explain like what I've done so far, how I'm breaking up the steps. I've actually got a TikTok video on it already that I'll link below if anybody wants to sort of just hear a bit more as to what I've done up to date. But it's one of those ones where if I don't try, I'm not going to get anywhere in my life, you know? If I don't try to chase my dreams, what is the point? Like, our dreams are there. They're not designed to be squashed and to say you can't do them. Impossible things have already been done. We've already travelled the world. We've already gone into space. As we've created things that we never thought maybe centuries ago would even exist. The impossible's already been done so many times. And again, a lot of people tell me that this is an impossible dream. But the impossible has been done. For anybody who loves car content, basically, enjoys a black Labrador that doesn't mind getting involved, is looking for a safe, non-judgmental space, and also wants a little bit of a push with their dreams, I'm the place to be, basically. I really look forward to how this journey is gonna like come about. I've already got so much love, so much hate, so much support for it, so many ideas, so many people that have been inspired by it, that, you know what, what's the harm? What's the harm of trying? Because there's no harm. That's a little bit about me, a little bit about my journey. For that, I'll tune out. Do you want to come say hello again? That'd be good. Come here. It's my Pommy. Yeah, for now, we'll tune out. This is the black mammoth of Labradors. Yeah, we'll tune out for now, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon, and follow along if you just want to get involved in the journey.